When I looked up at that enormous screen, I suddenly knew what life was supposed to feel like.
We knew from the very beginning that we wanted to explore all the different facets of what it is to make a movie. The aspiring young actor,
I'm gonna be a movie star.
the young starlet, the studio head's wife, the sort of second in command who secretly runs everything, the screenwriter, the director. So we knew those types, and we knew that we wanted to people the rest of the world with sort of the fun, famous people that you want to see in a show that's about the golden age of Hollywood.
I'm gonna introduce you to Vivian.
When I get like this, I can't stop.
The cast of this show is unparalleled. It is full of people who are dedicated, who are talented, who are game for anything.
Sorry, I never got your name.
Oh, I'm Jack Costello. I play Jack, who's a kid from Missouri who moved out to Los Angeles with the hope of becoming a movie star.
And we sort of find him in the middle of a marriage that he probably shouldn't have gotten into.
Anything for my family.
In sort of going to his lowest point, he's able to actually discover where his personal boundaries are.
I want to provide for my family. I want to do it the right way. I don't want to do this anymore. You can help me do it the right way, Arch.
And from then on, everything changes for him.
David is just such a movie star, and I am beyond excited for his career.
You got the part.
Yes! Yes!
Archie Coleman, we wanted to write a screenwriter of color in an era where that kind of didn't exist.
He is largely grappling with, can he, as a black man, be credited in this studio picture at the time?
Once Jeremy Pope signed on, it just made so much sense.
Major studio, black writer. I mean, there's only been 2 or 3 black screenwriters before, Oscar Micheaux, Langston Hughes, but those were race pictures.
Such a soulful, expressive, amazing actor.
You take a chance and you make a different kind of story. I think you can change the world.
Darren Criss, he's half Asian, as the character is in the show, and he is able to pass for white. And suddenly that was very interesting if we put him in a relationship with Camille, an actress of color who can't pass a day in her life. That suddenly became a very, very interesting dynamic that we wanted to play out, and was really only possible by casting Darren.
Every rock that's been thrown at you, every word that has been spat in your face, I need you to take that rage, that sadness, and put it into the scene. This is your chance to really act, be an actress.
Let me introduce you to Avis Amber.
Avis Amber is Patti LuPone. She is so commanding that when Avis's character kind of goes through this transformation from being a kind of bored, neglected, socialite housewife to actually becoming a woman of power and true substance. Patti makes that transition so beautifully.
We will reap the whirlwind if we cast that girl, and everyone in this room knows it.
She's old-fashioned and classy and sophisticated and incredibly gifted. And we've gotten to do some intimate scenes together.
Maybe I want to make my husband jealous. Maybe I want him to know that someone else desires me.
But you finished filming it months ago.
Yes, I know, silly. But the thought that it'll be in the cinema soon, me up there on the silver screen.
Laura Harrier, who plays Camille Washington, to play that character at that time period, she couldn't have too much of a voice because she still wanted to be in the room. If she was too aggressive, if she was too political, I don't think that they would have hired her. What Laura did so well was quiet dignity and ferocity that's really held within.
Who's holding court over there?
My competition.
Samara Weaving plays our entitled Hollywood native. She can go from being very icy to being someone that you could feel her nerves and her butterflies of a sparkling love. And I think that kind of range is what you need for a character. Only Samara could do that.
What I offer is a vision of a new America. The America that you fought for.
Dylan McDermott. He is the man. So Ernie comes across as kind of sleazy, I think, in the beginning. He runs a gas station that pimps out young men for sexual exploits.
Today is your lucky day.
No, Ernie, I'm not doing this. The folks that Ernie caters to The famous Hollywood types who can't be open about their sexuality.
Is Tallulah around?
Yes, out by the pool.
He wants to help them out and give them a space and people to enjoy themselves with.
Go keep Tallulah Bankhead happy.
He sort of takes Jack under his wing, and Jack gets to learn a lot from Ernie about business and about the way of the world.
That money's yours. I don't want anything in return. I mean it. Consider it my parting gift to this town. Okay?
He is a wonderfully talented actor.
Go make your movie. Thank you, Ernie.
So how does it feel?
What do you mean?
You just got your first picture greenlit, Raymond. Congratulations.
Dick Samuels, who Joe Mantello plays, is kind of one of the studio executives. I've been working a lot with Joe Mantello, and he is an annoyingly prodigious, prolific actor.
When I have a question about something, it means that there's something that's not there, something that you might do well to flesh out. Yes?
And so it's so crazy working with him.
Page 6.
One of the things I love best about this series is that Ryan really chose to weave real characters in with our imaginary characters.
No card.
Pleasure to meet you.
Mrs. Roosevelt, I couldn't agree more.
Casting like real life people is like genuinely tricky.
Baby, I'd like to introduce you to a client. This is Rock Hudson.
So I take it you're in Gone with the Wind?
Yes. Are you fucking kidding? She's goddamn Scarlett O'Hara. You fucking hayseed.
Oh, Henry, it's all right.
Henry Wilson was as bad as we dramatized.
I will destroy you. I will fucking annihilate you.
Sort of like very, very troubling person.
With someone like Jim Parsons playing Henry Wilson, he makes you, in a strange way, love the person you're supposed to hate.
Our Rock Hudson, Jake Picking, just those first dailies that we saw, you could just see like he got it and he was perfect for it. He's got the look and he had the chin. He was just like, it was just right. Queen Latifah was like the absolute dream, perfect for Hattie McDaniel.
Trying to understand what she was dealing with in the series, I think was so important. Having Queen Latifah bring all of that warmth and that strength into the role was just a real joy to watch.
You go to every opening, you show up to every luncheon, and answer every question as if it was the most profound query you have ever heard in your life. You got it. And don't let anybody shame you for doing it.
I'm so glad we got Michelle for Anna May Wong. She was like the perfect person, and we were really, really lucky to get Michelle. She was our first choice.
And I suddenly have an interest in sport.
And to like have a wisecracking Noel Coward in a party scene is amazing. Tallulah Bankhead was fun to have.
Mr. Hitchcock, you're a gentleman to say so.
Vivian Lee.
Fiddly-dee. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Having those real characters sort of reminds you as a viewer that what you're watching isn't entirely a work of fiction.
Yes.
You're constantly reminded, like, oh, right, like that's George Cukor.
Attention, my dears, we have some new guests joining us.
He had to throw these parties where he could sort of express who he actually was. Having those real life characters fills out the story in a way. To me, it made the story feel more authentic.
As God is my witness, they are not going to lick me.
Oh, Jesus, here we go again.
I knew it when I saw you in that bar. You were going places, kid. I knew it before they did.
Ryan is a pop cultural genius. He knows how to assemble the team, making it not only fun for the actors, but for an audience.
How's Hollywood treating you?
Oh, you know, I'm living the dream.
You know, open up this time period and this very fun genre to a new kind of audience.
Throughout, we tried to stay as true to the essence of a character, particularly if they were a real life character.
And I think, as always, it gives us that baseline of authenticity.